ministers of state, members of the diplomatic corps, our traditional leaders. A significant milestone in Ghana's journey towards building a modern, efficient digital platform, but to affirm Ghana's readiness to embrace a new era of mobility, connectivity, innovation, and economic opportunity. This initiative reflects our determination to position Ghana as a forward-looking nation that leverages technology to improve governance, facilitate legitimate travel, deepen continental integration, and strengthen national security. Earlier this year, we initiated far-reaching reforms to improve the efficiency of our passport issuance and visa processing. For far too long, travelers seeking entry into Ghana have had to navigate cumbersome, largely manual procedures that have imposed delays, uncertainty, and avoidable administrative burdens. Investors, tourists, business executives, students, researchers, and members of the African diaspora have all encountered frustrations that are inconsistent with the Ghana that we seek to build. In today's rapidly evolving digital world, the old systems we inherited can no longer define how Ghana engages the rest of the world. In August 2025, during the inauguration of the Aviation Navigation Center and Border Security Systems of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, we formally launched the Ghana Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record System at the Accra International Airport. This initiative laid the foundation for smarter, more secure, and more efficient border management. These systems have significantly enhanced our capacity to receive real-time passenger data, strengthen intelligence-led security operations, and align Ghana with the internationally best accepted aviation and migration standards. So today's launch is just building on the foundation of what we started. The electronic visa system, or e-visa, will allow travelers from all around the world to apply for visas online. They would upload the supporting documents electronically and make their secure digital payments and receive travel authorization in their emails or on their phones. This initiative is not merely about convenience, it is also equally about efficiency, transparency, accountability, and security. The e-visa platform is fully integrated into Ghana's API PNR architecture and is linked to international crime and watch list databases, enabling a comprehensive background check before visas are issued. Let no one misunderstand Ghana's openness and hospitality as a relaxation of our national security obligations. While Ghana will continue to warmly welcome citizens from across the world, every entry into the Republic will remain subject to stringent security screening and established immigration protocols. It is fitting that we launch this initiative on Africa Day, the 25th of May. On this day, we're not merely unveiling a digital visa platform, we are reaffirming Ghana's historic commitment to Pan-Africanism, African unity, and continental integration. On 7th January 2025, during my swearing in as president, I pledged to reset our nation. That commitment was not limited only to economic recovery or technological transformation. It was also about restoring Ghana's place as a leader in Africa's collective advancement. Our founding president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, reminded us that Ghana's independence is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of the African continent. That vision has endured through the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union, and through instruments such as the Abuja Treaty and our Agenda 2063. Agenda 2063 envisions an integrated continent with seamless borders, where free movement of people, goods, capital, and services drive trade, investment, innovation, and shared prosperity. Among the flagship projects of Agenda 2063 are two initiatives that speak directly to today's event: the African Passport Initiative and the Free Movement of Persons Protocol. These are not abstract aspirations reserved for future generations. They are practical commitments that require deliberate implementation today. And today, Ghana is taking a bold step in giving practical meaning to that vision. The protocol relating to the free movement of persons, right of residence, and right of establishment was adopted in Addis Ababa in January 2018, and it represents one of the most important instruments of African integration. Yet despite the broad political endorsement, progress towards implementation has been very slow. As of today, only a few countries have ratified the protocol, far below the threshold required for it to enter into force. Ghana believes that where continental processes move too slowly, decisive national leadership must fill that gap. We're therefore not waiting indefinitely for consensus on the free movement protocol before taking action. We're giving practical expression to the long-held aspiration that Africans should be able to move freely within their own continent with dignity, opportunity, and purpose. And so, ladies and gentlemen, effective today, from this moment, all holders of African passports traveling to Ghana for business or tourism will apply for visas exclusively via the new online e-visa platform, and they will pay no visa fee. And so, for emphasis, all African passport holders will not be required to pay visa fees when they apply online. The previous visa on arrival arrangement for African passports, which I initiated in my previous term as president, is hereby discontinued and replaced by this more secure and efficient electronic visa regime. For African countries with which Ghana has visa waiver agreements, citizens of those countries will continue to travel freely to Ghana without applying for visas. For Caribbean and other nations with which Ghana has visa waiver agreements, they also will continue to enter Ghana freely without applying for visas. Applicants will continue to undergo all the necessary vetting and due diligence. The financial barrier for African travel has been removed. What remains firmly intact is our commitment to security, order, and effective border management. Our long-term vision is even broader. We are envisaging a future, and I believe it is not far off, in which all people of African descent can return and travel to Ghana without paying visa fees, as they reconnect with their ancestral homeland. I've therefore directed the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Interior to begin work expeditiously on modalities required to advance this vision. Ladies and gentlemen, our vision is clear. We are determined to build a Ghana where public services are accessible, responsive, technology-driven, and citizen-centered. As a cradle of Pan-Africanism, Ghana carries a historic responsibility. When the All-African Peoples Conference convened in Accra in 1958, under the leadership of President Kwame Nkrumah, it was not merely symbolic. It was about building institutions and policies that will give practical expression to African solidarity. That responsibility remains alive today. By introducing the continent-wide free visa access via an electronic platform, Ghana joins countries such as Rwanda, Kenya, Benin, Seychelles, the Gambia, and Togo in demonstrating that openness and security can coexist. We also send a message that welcoming fellow Africans does not undermine your sovereignty. Rather, it strengthens African unity, it strengthens economic cooperation and shared progress. I therefore urge the remaining African Union members, including some of the continent's largest economies, to act with great urgency to implement the Free Movement Protocol. The African Continental Free Trade Area is operational, and the second 10-year implementational plan of Agenda 2063 is already underway. The architecture for integration already exists. What is required now is the political courage and the political will to implement it. Ghana's doors are open, and we encourage others to open their doors as well. While some countries are expelling fellow Africans, Ghana welcomes them and proudly affirms While some countries are expelling fellow Africans and making them feel unwelcome, Ghana proudly welcomes them and affirms that this is your home. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, let me draw your attention to other areas that require end-to-end automation, namely the processing and issuance of work permits and residence permits. You will agree with me that the time has come to move away from the traditional paper-based methods towards an e-permitting platform. Having successfully launched the e-visa platform built on the API PNR system, I hereby ask the Minister of Interior, via the Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, the Ministry of Transport and Service Providers, to expand this platform to cover the full automation process for the issuance of work permits and residence permits. This, when completed, will significantly reduce processing time and eliminate physical bureaucracy. It will boost foreign direct investment, it will strengthen regulatory compliance, and improve the ease of doing business. On another hand, we continue to improve the travel experience. And as I speak, new 3D scanners are being installed in both Terminal 3 and Terminal 2. These scanners will eliminate the need to remove laptops and liquids from your hand baggage when you travel. Also, in August, we are receiving and installing new equipment that will spare travelers using our airport the inconvenience of having to remove their shoes and their belts. I can see that was a very unpleasant experience most travelers go through. After installation in August, you will not be required to remove your shoes and your belts anymore. So on this occasion, I commend the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, Interior and Transport, the Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, and all collaborating agencies for your dedication and cooperation in bringing this important national initiative to fruition. I also wish to acknowledge the Ghanaian technical expertise that has contributed to developing this platform. I'm proud to say that this platform has been developed by Ghanaians solely. As Ghana modernizes, we must continue to build confidence in Ghanaian ingenuity and capacity. I therefore commend Rock Africa Limited and the technical teams whose expertise and dedication have made this project possible. As we commemorate Africa Day 63 years after the founding of the Organization of African Unity in Addis Ababa, with Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah at the forefront of Pan-Africanism, let this initiative be Ghana's gift to the continent. An open door, a digital handshake, and the assurance that in the Republic of Ghana, no African will ever be made to feel unwelcome. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before I declare the e-visa launched, I would like to invite the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of the Interior to join me up here. We're supposed to approve the first visas. There are already visas in the online queue waiting for approval. And so we're going to go through the process of approving the first visa. I don't know who it is, but we'll go on the queue and see who are waiting. There are two other tablets. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Interior will review the visa. They'll review the visa, the application, and then when they have passed it and approved it, I, the Commander-in-Chief, will give the I'll give the approval for the visa. You can watch on the screen what is happening.
Okay. So this one.
This one.
Yes.
I should press it.
Yeah. Okay. So now you approve application.
Okay.
Yes.
So
All right.
the application has been reviewed and they have passed it. So I now will press that green button, approve application. Approve and issue visa. Okay, it's
So
application approved successfully. And the visa is to Petar
They will show
Zivanovic. Petar Zivanovic, yeah?
So,
It's coming from Serbia.
yes. So on the screen is the visa that was just approved by His Excellency the President. So now we'll have the opportunity to see the first visa. So that's the PDF. So it comes with all the notification. So there you are.
Visa approved.
And so with that successful demonstration, it is my honor and privilege to declare the e-visa system officially
Mr. President, if it pleases you, would you please stay for a few photographs, please? Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It's my pleasure to invite to join His Excellency.